Oh, that's true. I probably don't. Hey, Facebook kids, how are you? Good to see you. We are back with yet another edition of the Brown Bag Music Hour. Most of you know me, well, because it's the only way you can get on the Brown Bag Music page. I'm Charley Bowman. I'm wearing, again, one of my old Jerry Garcia ties, which I always wear at these gigs. I can't tell you which one it is because the tag fell off. And I just noticed that I put on there's a little bit of wear up here, so I may have to retire this one. There's three others that are in the Charley Bowman Jerry Garcia tie Hall of Fame in my closet. These are ties that I just, they're maybe a little worn, something that's too unthreaded, and so I don't wear them in public anymore. They have their own Hall of Fame. But that means, of course, I need to go buy another one just to replace it. And every now and then on TikTok, if you want to follow me on TikTok, I do the Jerry Garcia tie choice of the day, where I decide which Jerry Garcia tie I will wear at what gig. And there I eliminate ties, so eventually I will have worn all my Jerry Garcia ties at gigs. I see Guy Pernetti is watching, far out, Jim Cormanic, and Steve, is that Steve Worko's on there? Far out. Those are heavy hitters watching the minor leagues. And my friend Steve is here with his wife, and I'm blanking out on her name. And Olivia's here, all the way from Wyoming. She flew in just for this. Not really, but it sounds really nice to say it. So I've got some newer originals and some newer covers I haven't done before. So some of today is a bit of an experiment, so please bear with me. We'll start with a sort of a medley of two old traditional songs, a mash of Shenandoah and The Water is Wide. So I think the mic at the right place. Hoping all the we got new gear here. We have a monitor, but I can't tell if it's working or not. But that'll come with time. Shenandoah, I want to hear you away. Shenandoah, I long to hear you away. I found a way across the wide Missouri. Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, you rolling river, oh Shenandoah, I so love your daughter. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Water's wide, and I can't cross over. Nor do I have wide wings to fly. Build me a boat that'll carry two, and both shall row There is sails 7 seas. She's loaded deep as deep can be, but not so deep as the love I'm in, and I know not how I sink or swim. But love is young, and love is so fine. It's like a gem when first it's new, but love grows old and it waxes cold and fades away like the morning dew. Shenandoah, I long to see you away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, you know I so love your daughter. Away, bound away across the wide Missouri. Columbia Road. So everybody got this song called Road Columbia. This is a song I've been playing pretty regularly. Actually, I was at the CBG's a couple weeks ago. I had played this song there a few times, and a guy walked in and said, "Hey, could you play that dog song?" And I thought, oh my gosh, somebody wants to hear one of my songs. It wasn't somebody saying, please, please stop. Or as my dad would say, hey, why don't you go play Far, Far Away? George Bird Evans said, come October, I'll take my bird dog and go. So, honey, we'll be deep in the woods as the autumn season goes. Now my hunting buddy has got a nose and a disposition fair, and he can point out a rough grouse with a leading man's flair. Morning frost, come November, pulls the leaves from the trees. Saturday mornings, we make our way, moving beneath the forest eaves. Bev is finally here. We had to ask her to leave once because she was just out of control. But she paid her fine and she's allowed to come back. Hi, Bev. Everybody at home say hi to Bev, whether you can see her or not. Thank you very much. I can see his blaze orange collar 10 yards towards the laurel stand. And if my aim is true, he'll retrieve to my hand. So honey, my buddy, let's take to the woods, through the brambles and the laurel stands, under the big oaks, through the aspen copse. Come on, buddy, let's run. Come on, buddy, let's run. Now the snow piles high, come December, with shades of indigo. County woods have settled, they've settled down. County roads are riding slow. At day's end, we'll go to that diner down by the rail line track. We'll share a cheeseburger, big slice of cherry pie, coffee for that long road back. So hunt 'em up, buddy, let's take to the woods, to the brambles and the laurel stands, under the big oaks. Get in that aspen copse. Come on, buddy, let's run. Come on, buddy, let's run. And now I'm an old man, his muscles gray. I have outlived 3. Time to lock up Grandpa's shotgun, hang up his collar and bell. I'm gonna fill up his metal food dish, let my buddy eat his fill. And when our time's coming, boy, you know it's gonna come, put our ashes in the dogwood tree. So hunt 'em up, buddy, let's take to the woods, to the brambles and the laurel stands, under the big oaks, in those aspen copse. Come on, buddy, let's run. Come on, buddy. Thanks. Who else I see? Do I see Rick Collins and Mark Best? And Tim Douglas? Is that Louis Barone, maybe? I don't know. I need new glasses, I guess. Or you guys need to write your names bigger. Or better yet, you know, I'd really be able to see you if you came here. Then I could see you and I could call out your name, because I could see you. About, oh gosh, maybe 10 years ago or so, got up to, came downstairs for breakfast, had a cup of coffee, some breakfast, and I noticed this brown bird I'd never seen before sitting on the rail on the back of my deck. And it had a little curved beak, almost like maybe a hawk or a falcon. And I couldn't figure out what the darn thing was. I'd never seen it before. The way it was colored, I thought, maybe it's a grouse, but grouse in Ohio are pretty much gone. So I took some pictures and I sent it to different places and said they knew about these things. And somebody replied and said, that's a nighthawk. And seeing a nighthawk is really rare. And, and depending on which culture you look at, nighthawks could be harbingers of disaster, messengers from someplace else. So I just thought it was pretty cool to have this nighthawk. And it took me till 3 weeks ago to write this song about that nighthawk I saw 10 or 15 years ago. Some things just take a while to work their way through, you know. Nighthawk went down on my back old trail, stepped from thin spaces and old man's tail. Looking weary from his long night's flight, warm and rested feathers to the dawn of the night. If Nighthawk, Nighthawk, where have you been? Nighthawk, important not to just stop. But this last June I went to Italy where I had the most incredible espressos. The only place I've been to that is even close to Italian espresso is Yada Yada Coffee. So check out their espresso. They have really good muffins and scones. Check them out. Thank you, Tommy. He's going to put $75 in the tip box. The sun seems to blow on the horizon sky. Looked up at me and said, boy, I think it's time to fly. Strutted up that wooden rail as I say goodbye. Turn to the heavens with a rolling plane of pride. Well, Nighthawk, tell me, Nighthawk, go.
Does anyone have a small Jeep?
No, I don't. You guys? Somebody's beeping.
It's a small Jeep SUV. You didn't want anyone's battery dying because their car is yelling nonsense.
Well, and even worse, it's interfering with my music.
Right.
Because it is all about me.
Exactly.
Yeah. And there I see Betsy Obrata. Oh my goodness. Paul McCutcheon. I don't know. Can't make up the other names. I used to listen to, well, every now and then I still do. I listen to different podcasts about songwriters. So one day, I was sitting in my basement listening to them and grabbed my guitar, and this just sort of showed up. Piano needs dusting about twice a month. Couple guitars don't get played as much. He used to dance with a musical like fire. Now he's got a Facebook ad songwriter for hire. I had a few B-sides in the 1970s. They grew up, bought some land out in Sumner County, which is just north of Nashville. Those of you checking your maps. We're going to try that verse all over again. Had a few B-sides in the 1970s. Bought his land out in Sumner County. Those who said his dad said he knew all. We still got an answer machine waiting for their call. Dance with her until the dawn. And when he awoke, he found Cinderella with slipper on his lawn. Well, she drank him whiskey till he could not hold a pen. Egg speed with coffee, get moving again. But the label sent him to rehab, he spent 90 days. I'd give at least a couple days just to have that happen. A few years back, about 8 or 9 years ago, some of you know this on the screen. I took a bicycle ride around the perimeter of the state of Ohio. We averaged about 95 miles a day over 11 days, and raised $15,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. It was a hoot. It was a blast. What a way to see this great state. There's just some really amazing stuff. Some pretty weird stuff too, but I won't get too far into that because I could spend the next 2 hours doing it and we wouldn't have any more music, so I'll just keep going. Cycling the Ohio back roads, rolling by small towns, 5 miles apart, found the Lake Erie shoreline to the Keystone State. Rolling along with 3 states in my eyes, retracing Shawnee trails and Zane's roads. Got 4 days to hit the Indiana line. I dodged 3 semi-trucks down Deer River. Thought I'd end up in a ditch. I hit that wall near Antwerp town. Swear I could pedal 1 more mile. So I drank a Coke and talked to a horse for a while. Then he beat me up like a copper drum. When I get home and I got time, stop in, I'll tell you the story of every yellow line. Now I didn't start searching. Though one morning a voice did come to call, and he said, "Boy, you're right here. Boy, you're right on time, right on time." And I rode straight lines, broken asphalt, past cornfields, miles and miles wide. Not a tree or a steeple for miles. There are places where no man so can hide. And I bet past migrant camps near Sandusky. Start thinking about the truth of them woody guthrie songs. When I get home and I got the time, so I'll tell you the story. Every yellow line. And we got carried along Lake Erie with Canadian tailwind. Followed that lead traffic and all that wind. Friends showed up, cheering me in, cheering me in. And I pushed so hard those last few miles, waiting to see my wife standing at the end. When I get home and I got the time, stop and I'll tell you the story. Every yellow line. Yeah, stop in. We'll get some lemonade. Espresso coffee if you really want to go wild. Every yellow line. pull this up just a tad. Try not to fall over in my chair. Of course, it was the second ride where I fell and cracked my head. There was actually a helmet in 3 places, which is also another really good story. I mean, it sounds painful. It was, but what the hell? It's a story. And I get to tell it. Funny part was, my buddy's on the phone, and I said, probably should use my phone instead of yours. That way my wife won't go crazy. Rich said, good idea. So he calls, says, Alberta, this is Rich. Charlie had an accident, to which he said, he doesn't need a new bike, does he?
I love it.
That's semi-true. I had a friend who had a daughter. Yeah, we were at a work conference in Columbus, and he lived down there. He said, well, hey, why don't you come on over for dinner and meet my wife and my family? I went, okay. So he had a 15, 16-year-old daughter that was just crazy. And she's standing at the top of the steps. As I walked in, apparently she was yelling with her mom and had her arms crossed, and she's like, "Arr!" And Bill introduced me to his daughter, Katie, and she kind of looks at me, and then he says, Andy's a deadhead too. And she goes, oh my gosh, come on up and see the posters in my room. So I've been friends with Katie ever since. There's times I call to talk to her dad, and she'd say, Dad, let me talk to Charlie. Now she's in her mid-40s in Texas. She's a mom of 3 boys. She's got a great husband, Cody, man. Great kid, great kid. And I wrote this about her a few years back. One of these days I'll send it to her. Dan King, how are you? She wants to go where the clouds hide the mountain tops. When it rains, reach out and ride the line of flesh. Ride clear across the plains. Come down when the sun shines again. And she knew when she saw his Grateful Dead t-shirt. He was so mad she couldn't help but flirt. But she was her daddy's pain in the ass. Always wanted her to see that handful of glass. At the top of the steps, arms across her chest. Old Bill prayed for her at night before he took his rest. Well, the years come by, she made the call. The closing records passed, she was standing tall. She saw that guy in a Grateful Dead t-shirt. He said, he's my soulmate, my soul no longer hurts. I'm upstairs. Pray for that boy here built to play the game. That's called Katie's Gig. Keep trying to think of a better title, but that one just sticks to it, so she's stuck. I don't know about you guys. I know everybody here can hear me because every now and then they cover their ears. But I don't know if you're able to hear sometimes with the blower going. This room's kind of cold. We kind of need to keep that thing on there. Who is it? That's J.D. Norris? Chris somebody? I'm sorry, I can't read your last name. Sybil Whitehead? I see you. It's like Miss Barbara. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Every now and then I can see you. Like that sweet thing, sugar. You call me when I'm clean off the one-way juice. Honey, I'm a jazz man with a sunny lane blues. Just off the streets and trying to trick or two. Trick or two. Trick or two. Honey, I'm a jazz man trying to trick or two. Tell you hold me up and let me fly. Give me a sweet kind spirit to swing by. Honey, won't you call out your train time? I'm waiting on you in that one slow ride. One slow ride. One slow ride. Need to know train time. Catch your ride. Well, now you know I'm wired in a beat. You put it to use and then you put it to sleep. Red out ready, you know I'm light on the feet. I'm easy to get to and I'm easy to please. Easy to please. Easy to please. When you're a jazz man, you get easy to please. Trick or two. Trick or two. Honey, I'm a jazz man with a sunny land blues. That's an old Pure Prairie League song. Everybody likes to play Amy, and that's probably the reason I don't. I was. Oh, you're all so kind. I think I'm going faster through these than I thought. Maybe not. I don't know. Here's another one of those Woody Guthrie songs. It's very similar to the previous one, but this one mentions flying fortresses. Somewhere, I thought. Yep, it does. The world has 7 wonders that the travelers always tell. Sun guards and towers, I guess you know well. Now the greatest wonder in Uncle Sam's Fairland, Big Columbia River and the Green Coulee Dam. She heads up to Kentucky Rockies where the rippling waters glide, come roaring down the canyon beneath the salty side. Like the Pacific Ocean where the sun sets in the west, ran through the country in the land that I love best. all that together. There was a fine fortress that was mine for Uncle Sam. Small pond in Columbia and the rain through the dam. Well, the world has 7 wonders and the travelers always tell. Some are dark, some towers, and I know you know them well. Now the next wonder is in Uncle Sam's land. It's Columbia River and the rain through the vein. It's a big Columbia River and the rain through the dam. Boy, sure I could have hurt myself carrying that one note out. It was close. Yes, Olivia?
One that has a Milky Way in it.
Pardon?
The Milky Way. That song that you sing about the Milky Way.
Oh, John Bassett's. Oh, boy, at least I can remember. Oh, goes in. Big old so clear. Said Colorado, it's gotta be better out there than it is right here. It's all Colorado. We're all looking fine. I don't remember it, I'm sorry. Let me see if I have it in here. If I have it in here, I'll play it. So I was trying to bring out tunes that I hadn't played before. And I'm so sorry. I'll play it next time. Or give me your phone number and I'll call you and I'll sing it to you over the phone.
You can play it next time.
You can play it next time. I do not want you having my phone number. My wife said that too. There's another Woody Guthrie song. It has nothing to do with aircraft or train through the dam. This is one of those songs where when you go to the grocery store, I want you to think of this song. Mighty hard road that their poor hands have rode. Their poor feet have traveled the high dusty road. Out of the dust bowl north through the road. The desert of hot and our hearts grew cold. Yeah, they work in our orchards, peaches and prunes. Sleep on the ground in the light of the moon. On the edge of the city and on the CNN we see them. They come with the dust and they go with the wind. In California, Arizona, they harvest the crops. It's over to Toledo and cut up tomatoes. Then over to Ashtabula where they cut the grapes from the vines. Set on the table your sparkling wine. Green pastures plenty from dry desert grounds. From the great cooler dam where the waters run down. Every state in the union those immigrants called work. Now they're being hauled away by some orange-haired jerk. They've always rambled and the rivers are going dry. All on that green valley where they work till they die. And this land I fed keep us free. Without these imprints, our table fare we got in Geneva, they were all over Ashtabula County and parts of Lake County. People didn't really want to talk about them. That's where they lived. And I always thought it wild as Geneva celebrated the Great Jamboree. There was nothing there honoring the farm workers who made all those grapes grow. I went out to California to see my daughter a couple of times, rode up through Oxnard to see all the migrant farmers there. There's a great movie called, I think it's McDonald USA or something to that effect. It's a movie with Kevin Costner where he puts together a group of immigrant, migrant high school kids who become California's cross-country champs for years and years and years. And all the white kids in the schools talked them down and talked about them as pickers and made fun of them. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook where it's showing a lot of farm workers pulling strawberries, cutting kale, cutting cabbage, cutting lettuce. And I see other people go, well, you know, 90% of farm stuff is harvested by machine. All those machines have 2 legs and 2 arms, and most of them are brown, speak Spanish. Some of them might speak various dialects from India. Some speak Russian, some speak Ukrainian. Well, when we're out there and you're in the grocery store, remember that there's green pastures plenty from dry desert ground. Rain cruise dam where the waters run down. Every state in the union the migrants have been. Without them our table fare. Our table fare's a goddamn thin. Thank you. This is a song I'm still trying to put together. I just think it's an amazing song. I think there's a lot of guys who could probably relate to it. It's called The Briefcase. It's by a woman named Laura McKenna and a guy named Walker Hayes. And to me, it kind of goes with a thought that's always been in my head. You know, for a long time, my dad and I didn't get along. After I sobered up, we got along. But you know, I think there's just some things between a father and a son. No matter how well you work it out, there's still stuff that doesn't get done. That's a nice rhyme. I should use that sometime. He Dad picked up his briefcase. That meant he was leaving. I wrote his good sound keychain. Got home in the evening. I was always sad, I was always mad. Most nights showed up late. His briefcase down, didn't play, like it way down. I never understood the weight. 18, I said I'd be anything but like my old man, selling the house, all his family. His family said, "I'm waiting for him." I got sick of playing ball, watching kids, and all the other dads watch their kids. So I picked up the guitar case, 'cause it wasn't square like his. Now I sound like my look, like my walk, like my talk, like now I try to make my kids laugh when they're sad. It's all my fault. And I get it, Dad, it's just one act. We feed the kids, chase those dreams we chase. Guess we can't talk. encourage everybody to just go out and buy every Lori McKenna album that's out there. She's just a phenomenal, phenomenal writer. What I like even more is she refuses to live in Nashville, and her husband is a gas meter repairman for the city of Boston. And they still live in the same house I think her parents did, so very different from what we oftentimes hear about songwriters in Nashville and their big houses and all that stuff, and write about whatever those solo cups are. She doesn't. I got a friend named Steve, and Steve's got, not anymore, he had this beautiful, just gorgeous 69 Camaro, all jacked up, the things coming out. Because I'm not a car guy, okay? He's got those things that came out the hood and went, and all the smoke and all those things. And I wanted to write this song, and I had to go to Steve and say, hey, can you tell me about cars real quick so I can put it in this song? So I wrote this with my buddy Steve Providence. I can't recall if the shape of it. No, I'm going to put a cape on that. I'm not going to. It's weird growing up and your voice starts to squeak in certain places, and then it starts to get just a little deeper. And then you get older, and all of a sudden it starts to squeak again, but in different ways. I can't recall if the shape of the lines, maybe it was under pride of love. That 69 Camaro hit me, Lord, it was thunder above. My wife shook her head, hoping it was some passing face of teenage days. And I went out and bought that old car in the well, I told them to raise a 3 engine down, lower rusty bolt by bolt. And I went out and bought bucket seats, man sheets on tuck and roll. And my sanded prime, baby coat of mix and white, jacked up like them hot rod magazines. She's the prettiest damn car you and I have ever seen. At any stoplight, I might be wearing a tie-dye smile. You might hear some high school rock and roll, or an LA-track stereo, 8-track stereo. There's thunder above. You keep waiting. Is he done yet? Is he done yet? Then I'll clap. This is another one I wrote. I think maybe in the fall. It's kind of funny. I'll write a song and I'll think it's done. I'll play it a couple times. Go, no, that line doesn't work. That line's too short. That line's too long. Bev knows that one. She's an amazing songwriter herself. She knows that process. Who is it? Is it Denise? Hey, Debbie Hales, how are you? Frank Bowman. Hell, we could have a class reunion right here. All you guys out there. There's a whole bunch of people I went to high school watching. You often hear people talk about different muses, and usually it's a person, somebody in their life that influenced them or whatever. For some reason, mine keeps coming back to my hometown. Friday nights we spent working at the steakhouse. Didn't hit the parties where the cool kids went. We drank beer, got stoned in a parking lot. Since then it's been 3 different stores, and none of them are open anymore. And my grandparents moved from the farms to the city. We moved to the burbs at the edge of the world. There was no downtown, just a shopping mall. We'd sit outside the record den, playing old new albums over again. You were my first kiss on a church group overnight. We found love underneath the pulpit line. No matter how many times we tried to move away, this town pulled us back like a moth to a flame. And we stuck it out just the same. Most of us swore we'd leave after graduation day. Some of us went to school and some moved away. Mothers, father, dads into the factories. I dropped down to one and said, darling, will you please marry me? Drinking lemonade on our front porch swing. We're the oldest ones left on the street, except maybe that old sycamore tree. It's given us such cool deep shade. Babe, you know, I think we still got it made. 'Cause you were my first kiss on a church green overnight. We found love underneath the pulpit light. No matter how many times we tried to move away, this town pulls us back like a moth to a flame. We stuck it out just the same. We stuck it out just the same. Thank you. No, I'm sorry, I can't read any other names. I wrote this one about my wife. I haven't played it for her yet. Guys, I don't know why I haven't played it for her yet. I probably should. Picture of my wife Alberta, my favorite one was from our honeymoon, and she's standing on that rock, hands in her pocket, she's kind of like looking down where the stream is going. I'm sure she's going, what's this guy up to? One of the greatest things that ever happened to me. You know, I got married and her life just went like this. It's such a nice thing to be able to do for somebody. She's not here, I can say it. And she doesn't watch this either, so I can say it.
Yeah, but someone could record it for you.
Yeah. Let's play to the Jenks, face of the Jenks. Years back, I was riding with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's bicycle team. It's called Team in Training. And we did these training rides all over Northeast Ohio for century rides that we did to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I remember there was these two gals that, these two gals that were going through divorces. And so they ended up here. Be careful. You two could end up in one of my songs. Oh, my friend came down. He took 26-year and vow. Look, I will stand it all for a smile. Cook and clean chores all up and how she just dreams of riding away. changing you every speed of touch. Hands never leave the drop that parallel. To the air, she's just an arrow in the wind, slicing through the air. She's slicing through the air. She bicycled to raise money to feed cancer. She bicycled to beat family heart disease. Then she pedals like a brown-haired thunder. And she just dreams of riding away. Riding away, riding away, riding away. Then she take on it when the rain. Found herself on Kristen Bank Road. She found herself on well, I caught a climbing at 6-degree hill. Sailed next to her and let the climb. I raced her on that straightaway hill. Now she's riding away. She rode away, rode away. And she take on it when the rain. Found herself on Twisting Back Road. And she found herself on the wheels. And she take on it when the rain. Found herself on Twisting Back Road. Found herself, and she found herself on 2 wheels.
Hey, Charlie.
You can clap louder, Jess. Come on. Everybody, that's Jess. She works out in front. She's great. Hi, Jess. If she were any more wonderful, she would look like me. She'd shave her head, she'd grow a beard. The possibilities are endless. You could too. See, Steve has already started. When I first met Steve, he had no beard, he had a full head of hair. Now he shaved it, he's grown a beard, just so he could look like me. We're everywhere. When COVID started, I started meditating a lot. I'm never quite sure what's going to come after meditation. Most times, nothing. It's just, I'm done. Sometimes my good mood stays all the way to the top of the stairs going up to the first floor. And then one day, I had not thought about, hey, Marcia, how are you? Good to see you. And my brother David in Colorado. Hey, David. Now I really feel bad that I didn't play Colorado like John Bassett. Sorry, man. I lived with my brother Dave out in Arizona for a couple of months back in 1980. And after about 3 months or so, I couldn't find a full-time job, so I thought, what the hell, I'll go to Florida to visit my parents, go back to Ohio. So my last night, I thought, I'm just going to go out to a bar and get drunk one last time, which is pretty much what I had done the whole time I was out there, so it wasn't really anything any different. Except this time I met a gal. She was the only one there. This guy was playing country western songs. we start talking. Next thing I know, she's trying to teach me how to do the two-step, which was just a disaster. So, all of a sudden, after 40 years or so, I had thought about this young lady or that night in decades, and after one of my meditations, poof, this pops out and the song just poured itself out. But I will say, maybe a third of it's true, the rest of it's not. Sometimes I think that's the best part of the song. It's parts that aren't true. My last night in Phoenix, I was Ohio bound. Went out one last time to hit the town. She was sitting myself over to the side. I can't remember who else to the dance. If I don't drink too much, you know, I might have a chance. DJ was spinning country western tunes. She said that every dance a two-step have you do. And I said no, a half of Ohio. She took my hand and said, let me show you how. Put down your drink, Ohio boy, you're in my hands now. We danced the last call, the lights came on. Told her good morning, but I'd be gone. She looked at me and said, Ohio boy, you know I had a real nice time. And she slipped her phone number into my shirt. I thought, oh man, that one's gonna hurt. I hit the Oklahoma line, that sun was burning high. Thinking about that wistful look in her eye, and how she moved so smooth across the floor. I took the next exit and I called her from a payphone. Turned her back on my Lake Erie home. We set up house in the shadow of the Camelback. 40 years and I two-stepping, stayed on track. There's nothing quite like a desert sunrise. Morning coffee and her leaning on the door. Seven naked sunsets on the Lake Erie shore. We danced through our share last calls. Ohio boy and Phoenix girl father on. Now I got their phone number tattooed top of my sleeve. And I still dream of waves on Midlands Beach. That's a place I'll never really leave. The DJ was spinning country western tunes. She said that every dance a two-step had to do. I said no, a half of Ohio. She took my hand and said, let me show you how. Put down that drink, Ohio boy, you're in my hands now. Put down that drink, Ohio boy, you're in my hands now. goodness. I'm down to the last song. You're all in suspense, aren't you? What's he gonna say?
Just waiting away.
Is it something that I know? Or is it something he wrote? It's something I wrote! One of the things my old man did is he took us fishing a lot. And he worked for the Cleveland YMCA and managed a lodge on an island in the middle of Georgian Bay. And people would come from all over for a week or two and go fishing. And there was a beach. The Georgian Bay water got cold. I don't care how hot it was. That water was still cold. And we had a live box by the boathouse. And when everybody would go out fishing, they'd bring their fish back and throw in the live box. And my dad and another guy would scrape off, all the scales and fillet them. And we'd have this huge fish dinner with a big bonfire on the beach. And there was this big rock that I had that I could climb on, and it was my rock. No one else was allowed up there. But one time there was a guy who was a photographer, and there was this young girl there, and of course I knew she had cooties, and made her sit next to me on the rock, and I thought, oh my God, my rock, it's been tarnished. She had cooties, that's why. When you go fishing, when you go fishing, where do you go? You go up to the lake, far pond, or to the river. It's all to hell fishing hole. Well, I got those up a reel and little tackle box. Then I got from the dam. It's full of bobbers and a daredevil spoon. We fish the sunrise and the popping of the moon. And when we were young, Lance took us up to Georgian Bay. That Canadian Jim, we'd sit for dinners, catch leopard, frogs, and bait. Breakfast way too early and dinner way too late. So when you go fishing, when you go fishing, where do you go? Go up to the lake, far under to the river. Think someone's on hell fishing hole. How many of you guys ever went fishing? One? Two. Okay, that was two. So most of you won't know what this is like, but there's nothing like a bite on your first morning's cast. See the bobber going down, down, down. Maybe yellow perch or a large black bass. Taking your line and running you around. Well, I'm in one of those famous days. Shivers up and down my arm. The northern pipe of water creeping in the air. He spit out that lure like there was nothing there. So where you go fishing, when you go fishing, where do you go? Go up to the lake, far under to the river. Been so long to hell fishing hole. Now, this next part of the song, it's sort of like audience participation. It's a little different. It's more like audience hallucination. You need to pretend or see on my head. And now I'll be fishing hat. We see on my feet. So now I'll be in boots or shoes. folks. Thanks for coming. Thanks for you guys being on Facebook. Remember, we're here every Wednesday. We are booked all year long, so there's some new folks you have never seen before. You'll have some of our regulars, which is good, but there's some great stuff coming up. You guys got to just continue to show up, and especially when the weather gets nice. If you're within 25 miles, drive here, or I will find you. I will turf your lawn with my bicycle. So, you've been warned. Thank you.